What is up, guys? Johnny01 here with another top 5 FIFA 17 video. This one's going to be focusing on the top 5 formations in FIFA 17. I know a lot of you guys have been requesting this one, so it is finally out. For every single formation I am going to be listing, guys, there will be an in-depth guide and review. If you want more information on how to use the formation, the pros and the cons, and the best instructions as well as tactics, make sure to check out the annotation and the link in the description. And of course, guys, leave in the comments below if you agree, disagree, think the order is wrong, and make sure to watch all my tutorials and top 5 videos if you have not done so already, and to subscribe so you don't miss out on any future ones. So let's start off with number 5, the 4-3-3, the 5th variation, which is the false 9. This is a great formation in FIFA 17, especially for those type of players that like to do a little bit slower pace. They really like to pass the ball, get the ball to the middle of the pitch, and when you have those great strikers, when you have that well-rounded striker, in this obviously formation, he's a center forward, but whenever you have a center forward or a striker that's really well-rounded, like a Lewandowski, someone that is strong, someone that has good passing, very important for him to have good passing, this is a great formation for you. You want to run your offense through that center forward. You want to get him the ball in the middle of the pitch. You want those wingers to be constantly making runs, trying to get in behind the defenders, and look for those wingers making runs. Look for those midfielders making runs and use them in the passing games. Do short little passes, but really your offense runs through that center forward. So it really depends. If you have a really good center forward, this could be the formation for you, especially if you like passing. This is not going to be one of those quick attack, not going to be a counter-attack formation. This is going to be one of those slower pace, but really, really good because you get that ball to the middle of the pitch and you look for those runs, look for those openings, and you're going to score a ton of goals here in FIFA 17 with this formation. Then we move over to the 3-5-2 formation in 4th place, guys. Very, very important though. Even though I am a huge fan of the 3-5-2, if you are not a good defender, if you don't feel too comfortable with your defense, or you don't have really good center backs or center defensive mid players, you do not want to use this formation. It is not worth it. It requires extremely good center backs with at least 70 pace and at least 80 defending, and really good center defensive mids that can help out on defense and have at least 7 defending each. Why? If not, this is going to be very easy to beat. There's only 3 center backs. It's going to be very easy to attack against. But if you have good defenders, it's going to feel like a 5-back formation. And what makes this formation so good is that you already have so many attackers. And if you have the right defenders, you have those elite center backs, those elite center defensive mids, it feels like you're versing a 5-back formation and you're going to have an extremely solid defense. But of course, you have to be good at defense. You have to have those elite players in order for you to actually be able and be successful with this defense. But if you are, the attack is going to be so great. There's so many different attacking options. You can really go a little bit quicker with this one. You can really attack much quicker and really score a ton of goals with this formation. We move over to number 3, and that is the 4-3-3, but this time the 4th variation. This is the best formation for those players that like to do those quick attack, that like to do that counter attack. You have those fast pacey players, you want to score quickly, you want to score often. This could be the formation for you. It's another 4-3-3 formation. It is not the most defensive minded, so once again, not nearly as much as the 3-5-2, but you still have to be quite good at defense in order for this formation to work for you. You got to have those center mids, even though they're more center mids and not center defensive mids. You still want to have at least one of them that is more of a true center defensive mid that is really good at defense, that can help out your back line. But you're going to see here in these goals, a lot of them are just quick attack, counter attack goals. You're going to get into great position a lot of times. They're going to be making runs. If you get the right instructions, that if you watch my formation guide on it, you're going to see the right instructions to make sure that they're constantly trying to get in behind, constantly trying to do the quick attack and score a ton of goals. Also, the fact that you have wingers there, the fact that you have all these attacking midfielders, it really makes your attack really strong. And the spacing I find to be really good. If you have a really good wingers on your team and you really want to utilize them to their maximum, this is a great formation to use. Those midfielders, again, if you have good center attacking midfielders, this is a good formation to show them off. I find it to be quite good and a really solid formation, especially for the attack. Of course, the only downfall would be the defense. If you're not too comfortable with it, you don't have the right players, that could be a little bit of a problem. At number 2, we got the 4-3-2-1 formation. This formation is really similar to the false 9 formation, but it requires much less of a strong striker. This time, you don't really need that really good passing striker. You can have a different type of striker if you like them to be a little bit more pacey, a little bit more dribbly. You can definitely do that with this formation. It requires less of his passing skill. Instead, you're able to use all your other players. You really get more of a focus, and I just find the spacing to be a little bit better than the false 9. That's why I prefer this formation and it's higher up on this list. I find the spacing to be a little bit more compact, allowing you to do those short passes. Again, this is one of those possession type formations. This is not going to be one of those quick attack formations like the 4-3-3 fourth variation. This is going to be more of those possession type, getting the ball, moving around, using those midfielders, using the passing skills of your players to really get in there, waiting for those runs to develop, and then attacking. It's not going to be quick attack. It's going to be more of a slower, more pace. And of course, it's just a really balanced formation. I find that attacking and defense is extremely strong with this formation, and you can really get the most out of it. And then, guys, at number 1, I decided to go with the 4-1-2-1-2 and the second variation. Now, the regular variation with the left mid and the right mid is a great option as well. If you have those wingers that you spend a lot of coins on that are really elite players, then you can go ahead and use the regular variation of the 4-1-2-1-2. It would probably make it into my top 5, but I just didn't want to have the same formation twice. But I find that the second variation is better, mostly because, first of all, you can make much cheaper teams with elite center midfielders than you can cost you to make elite teams with right mids and left mids, since usually the wingers are the most expensive players in FIFA, those elite wingers, that is. And more importantly, I find the spacing to be better here. Usually when you have left mids and right mids, they don't really get involved as much as you like, as much as they cost usually. They don't really score as many goals as you would like. Even if you have a Ronaldo, if he's playing all the way back at left mid, you're not really getting the most out of him. So that's why I find if they're going to be in that position, I'd rather them be center mid players where I can really get what I want out of them, which is passing. I want to have good passers in those positions where they are, and it really allows you to control the pitch, man. I love this formation because you do such short little passes and you're really quick, and you can really maintain possession. Use those strikers. The strikers are the ones that are going to score the most goals, and you're going to have so many assists from your center mids and your center attacking mid, and then you also have a solid defense with that center defensive mids and those center backs and left and right back. Just an absolutely great formation that you guys should definitely check out. One of those starter formations in Ultimate Team, again, because a lot of these teams can be very budget friendly with this formation. Well, that is it, guys. I hope you guys liked this top 5 formations video. If you did, please leave a like, comment, share with all your friends. Leave in the comments below, guys, if you disagree, if you think I messed up. And of course, check out each one of these formation guys if you have more questions on how to use a certain formation. Click on one of these boxes, check out some of my other series like my tutorials, my top 5 videos, and my Ultimate Team videos. And of course, click in the middle to subscribe so you don't miss out on any future videos. Thank you guys so much.